Hi guys, I hope you're doing great. Here we are with the third episode of C# tutorial. We're going to learn math class, some methods of math class, and also how to work with strings. And at the end, we will see how to use if and else. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe it, and if you enjoyed the video and find it useful, don't forget to like it. Okay, let's see how we can use math methods. First of all, I want to introduce math.max. Max is a method in math class that we use in order to find the highest value between two variables. For example, let me show you an example. I write int result equals to just int result. Here I write result equals to math.max, and I just need to write two numbers, two variables, just two numbers like 10 and 20, and this method returns the highest value, and then I can print it to see the highest one. Console that's right line results, and now we can see the highest amount. Here we see the highest amount is printed here. Next one is mean. Result equals to math.mean. It works like max, but as you see from its name, it shows the lowest value between 10 and 20. You see here, 10 is written. Okay, the next method that I want to show you is math.sqrt. This method returns the square root of the integer, the input. Okay, so let's see. The output of this function is double, so I have to get a double here. I define a double. For example, double result. Double is just a name, and also I want to declare another one like double y equals to 16.25, and here you see result double equals to math.sqrt, and I give it y here, and we can print it. Right line result double. As you see, the square root is printed here. Comment this. Okay, the next one that is used is called abs. This method returns the absolute value of the input. Okay, let's see. For example, here I change y into let's see, y equals to minus 16.25, for example, and I use this method. Result equals to math.apps and I write the value y here, and let's print it. Okay, here we have an error. What it said, it says that it returns double. So I have to use typecasting here to change it into a string integer, or we can use we can store this value, what it returns, into a result double. It's not different. We can just practice typecasting here. As you see, the absolute is printed here, and also because I converted double into integer, you know, it is converted to integer. Okay, the numbers after point is not shown here. Okay, let's comment this, and I want to show you the last one is math.round. Math.round actually rounds a number to the nearest whole number. For example, result equals to let's see double, because I want to show you exact one. Result double equals to math dot round, and let's see 9.9. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to change it. Result double. Now you can see it rounded to 10 because it is near to 10. It is actually nearer to 10 than 9. But if I change it to, for example, 9.30, you can see that it is rounded to 9. I think these are useful methods in math class that will be used later. Okay, let's see how we can use strings and what we can do with the strings, and what methods are used more frequently in string. As you know, strings are used for storing text. A string variable contains a collection of characters surrounded by double quotes. Here I type string, for example, greeting equals to let's say hello. Okay. As you know, we can print it in the terminal to see how it works. It is printed here. If you want to know the length of this string, you can simply use this method. Let's define a variable integer string length, and string length equals to greeting dot length. The length of this string is stored in string length, and I can print it. Here we have the string itself, and I can print. Here I write the number of characters, okay, plus string length. And if I run the program, you see the number of characters are 5. HELLO. There are 5 characters, it is written here. The next method I want to use is string dot upper and lower. These methods convert the characters from lowercase to uppercase and vice versa. Let's see how it works. Here we have both uppercase and lowercase characters, and I want to change them to uppercases. Let's see how it works. I just write console dot write line, and in this, between these parentheses, I write greeting dot to upper. Now all the characters must change to upper. Here you see all of them are changed. And now I want to change them to lowercase. I just need to write dots to lower. It works the same. Convert them to lowercase. As you see, all of them are lowercase. I want to concatenate two strings together. For example, here I write hello, and I have another string called greeting 2 equals to world. And I want to attach this string to the previous one. I just need to use concat. I'll show you how it works. You have two options. First of all, as I told you in the previous session, you can use the write line and we say greeting plus greeting 2. And also you can use this syntax. You can use string dot concat, and you can write two strings, first greeting and the second one greeting 2. And let's run the program to see how it works. As you see here, they are both concatenated, and this world is concatenated to hello, and they are both the same. There are two ways of doing this. It is up to you and as you want, so you can use them. You can also access the characters in a string by referring to its index number inside square brackets. I'll show you in a minute how it works. You use console dot write line okay, and you can use the string. I, for example, use greeting, and between square brackets you can just write the number of the character that you want. For example, the character number 0. It must be the first one. Okay, let's print it. Here you see H is written here. I can change it. I can, for example, I want the character number 3. As you see, character number 3 is L. L is written here because you see H is number 0, 1, E is number 1, L is number 2, and again L is number 3, O is number 4. Be careful, it starts with 0. Okay, H is the character number 0, don't forget that. Okay, another method that I want to introduce is index of. Index of is used to find the index position of a specific character in a string. Okay, for example, I use console dot write line in order to print it. I just write, for example, greeting dot index of, and I can write the character. For example, I want the index of E, and it must be shown here. The last line. Here you see 1 is the number of index. As I told you, it starts with 0, H is 0, and E is the character number 1. And if, for example, the character is not existed in a string, for example, I write here U. U is not actually existed in greeting, because greeting contains hello. Hello, it doesn't contain U, and it must return -1. When you see -1, it tells you that your specific character does not exist in this string. Okay, let's comment these lines. Okay, if you want to use, for example, quotation, double quotation in your string, you have to use \escape character. I'll tell you why. You see here console.writeLine. For example, you want to write we are all equals. We're all equal. Okay. For example, you want to put equals between two quotation marks. If you put them between two quotation marks, you see here an error. Okay. You cannot do this. What you can do is use \escape character. You can use / before two quotations, and now if you run the program, you see that equal is put between these two double quotations. These backslashes, this one and this one, are called escape character. Okay, now let's see how we can use if and else. If you want to use if and else in order to see if a condition is true or false, for example, if you want to check that x is bigger or greater than y, or they are equals, and if you want to see if they are equal or x is bigger than y, you want a code to be executed and be run. Okay, let me show you by an example. For example, you see here if you can use, when you write if, you can click on tab and it automatically appear this code, and you don't need to write. For example, if you don't use tab, you have to write it if parentheses between, you can open parentheses and also curly brackets. If you write tab, if you write f, just press tab. For example, 20 is, if you see if 20 is greater than 80, you want to see console.writeLine. Here you want to see, for example, you see successful. Okay, because 20 is greater than 80, successfully is printed here. But if the condition is wrong, for example, you say 20 is less than 80, I want this to be printed. But this will not be printed because 20 is not lower than 80. You see, nothing is printed here. This is the meaning of if. And also you can use else. Okay, here you use if and also else. Else means that if this condition is not true, you enter this one. Okay, for example, here you see 20. It checks if 20 is lower than 80, but this is not correct. So it enters this code. It enters these curly brackets and run this code. For example, console.writeLine, and I write this one, 20 is not lower than 80. Okay. As you see, this line is printed here because this condition was false. Okay. Instead of these numbers, you can use variables. For example, I use int x equals to 25 and also int y equals to 90, and I can use x here and also y here, because y, which is 90, is not lower than x, this code will be executed here. Let's see. This one is shown here. Okay, and also we have else if statement. Else if statement says that if this condition is not true and the condition number 2 is true. Let's see how it works. Here we have if and else. I write else if here. Else if, okay, else if says if this condition is false and this condition, which I'm gonna write it, for example, x is bigger than y. If this condition is true, it enters here and it will not enter here, okay? For example, I say console.writeLine, I say it entered else if. Here you see, because x, I said x is bigger than y, which is the same here. I made a mistake. I have to change it. X is lower than y. Let me run it again. And here you see, because x is lower than y, 25 is lower than 90. So you can see this line is executed here. Okay, you can just use else, if and else. And also, if you want to use condition, you can use another syntax, which is the short form of if and else. For example, you say, let's see here. Here I write integer result. Okay, I write here result equals to. Here I write the condition. For example, I write x bigger than y, okay, and I write question mark, and after that, here you see, if x is bigger than y, it enters here the code that I write here, the number that I write here, it will assign into result. I write 1, and if the expression is false, I here write 0. Okay, it works right here. Variable, let me tell you how it works. It is variable and equals to here between two parentheses I write condition, and after that question mark. Expression true is right here, and after this I write expression false. Okay, this syntax is sometimes used instead of if and else. It is the same. Okay, to see the result, I write console.writeLine, and you see a result, and I expect the result to be 0. Why? Because x is not greater than y. So because I say false expression, this is a false expression, 0 must be assigned to result, and I want to see 0 on terminal. And here you see 0 is printed here. If this condition is true, for example, I say y is bigger than x, you can see, because this condition is true, 1 will be assigned to result, and result will be printed in terminal. Here we see 1 is printed here. Okay guys, here is the end of episode 3. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, Please subscribe, it will be a great support, and I'll make more useful and more practical videos. Bye for now.